Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. Today we're going to make a tri-fold folio insert. Having fun making some of these inserts, so that's what we're going to do again today. It'll be different than any of the other ones. So if you like my video, I just ask that you give me a thumbs up and check out my other ones. So all I did was printed my paper on both sides. Did this on this side and just this as the background inside, and the dimensions are about 10 1/4 by 7 1/2. And then all I did was just folded it over 3 times, so it laid pretty much like I wanted it to. This could have been in a little farther, which meant this might have been a little shorter, but you just fold it however you want your trifold to look, okay? So we're going to have double pockets here. We're going to have a small pocket and a belly band here. And we're going to have a side pocket here. And then on this flap, we're going to have a little corner pocket. So we're going to start off on this page. And I have everything already cut out and inked, of course. So my pockets, I'm going to have them glued together so this just stays open all the way down. So my bottom pocket is about 2 1/4 by 3 1/2, and the top pocket is about 2 inches by 3 1/2. And I made marks on the back of this so I could just glue it on so it would be even. So we'll hope it's even. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue them together. I thought this was another fun little project, and it's a quick project. You just cut your papers out and, make your pockets and tags and all of that stuff, and it doesn't really take a long time. It was fun. There's so many varieties of folios and inserts and stuff like that. So you just take the idea and make it your own. And that's what's fun about it. Okay. Now I rounded my outside edges. I didn't round these. A lot of times I like to, but I didn't on this one. So I rounded this corner on my pocket, and when I glue this in, now there's just going to be barely a little border around here. Let me see, this first fold is about 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, no, it's about 3 and 5/8. And let me see, what did I say? This page is 7 1/2 inches long. So this fold is about 3 and 5/8, but yours is going to be however you fold your paper. So there's going to be a little tiny border around here because you don't want anything to obstruct it from folding. So I'm just going to glue these 3 corners. Okay, so I didn't lay my bottle down. So how's everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone is doing good. Enjoying their days. Enjoying the weather. Okay, so it'll be something like that. Now, I forgot to do a topper for this. Well, before the video is over, I'll have to get something to put this on, or put on this. So I just cut this out. This was printed. This was a piece of leftover from another project, so I just made a journal card out of it. And we're going to put this in the top, and it'll go all the way to the bottom. So it can stick up a little bit higher. And then this will go in this pocket. Now I cut my notch in this one, but I didn't want to cut it in this one because I didn't want to mess up this design. I liked that. Did I really glue that together? Oh, I did do that, didn't I? Okay, well, let me fix my pocket. Okay, so all I did, my fabric tack didn't set up real bad. So all I did was take it off. I was only supposed to glue the little side. Well, that's like watching live TV, you know. I don't cut stuff out of my videos, so I have to go with the flow or start my video over. And I don't want to start my video over because I already have the part of this pocket glued down. So now all I'm going to do is just glue around this side here, which is probably what I should have done to begin with instead of gluing them together, right? And I'm sure somebody was telling me that I was doing it wrong. Okay. So now we should have this right. Straighten it up a little bit. So see, when you do crafts, you can make mistakes, but then you can go back and fix them. Now if I can get this pocket even like it's supposed to be, there we go. Now hopefully that's all better. So let's slide this back down in there. And then let's see if our tag fits. Yes, it does. That's how it's supposed to work. Okay? Very good. And these pockets are roomy enough. You can fit more than one tag in there. Okay, now for our next part. And let me see, this part is about 3 5/8. So now on here, we're going to have a bottom pocket, which would be this. And this measures about 1 7/8 by 3 1/2, because I wanted a border around here. Now I just rounded these edges. I could put the little notch in here, but I'm not going to. And then this is my belly band, and it should be the same size. Yes, 1 7/8 by 3 1/2. And this is going to set up here. And then we're going to have a long tag go down the back. So we're just going to glue our 3 sides. And I have my little border around it. Just rounded the corners on my pocket. And then on my belly band, I used my smallest circle punch. and just rounded them a little bit because I didn't like the looks of it square. So we're just going to glue both edges and stay out as far as you can to the edge. And then just choose where you think you might want your belly band. I don't really have a preference. Let's bring it over this way just a little tiny bit. And these two pieces here was just one, and I cut it in half so you can see the design. Okay. Now this, I just rounded the corners. This is a scrap piece, and it is 7 inches by 2 7/8. So I figured that would make a good journal card. And we're going to slide that right down into that pocket. Kind of curled a little bit. Let's flatten it back out. I think this piece here is just regular printer paper. And then we have another one of these tags, and I'll have to do the little tab for this one also when I do this one. And then that'll just sit in this pocket. Cool, huh? Yes, I like it. Okay, now this flap here is 3 inches, almost 3 1/16, and by the 7 1/2, if that's what I said. Yeah, 7 1/2. Now on this flap here, we're going to have a side pocket, and this one's just going to be narrow. It is 1 1/2 inches wide, and it's just going to go back here. And there's going to be a little border. I want to leave a little border. So we're just going to glue these 3 sides, and I did my thumb notch. Hopefully I'm keeping everything on the camera. Let me wipe this off. And this pocket is narrow, so you want to try to stay to your outside edge. Sometimes I can do it better going that way than I can pulling it towards me. And we're just going to put this down here. That probably could have been over just a little tiny bit closer, but we're going to leave it because it looks good. And then this was just a leftover piece, just has script on it with a faint background. So we're just using that for a journal card. And that just sits right in there nice. And then this will fold over, and this folds over, and it's still nice and flat. Okay, so we're going to work on this flap now. And this flap is the same size as this one, of course, because it's just the back. And I'm just going to do a little corner pocket. And it is just, let me see, 2 5/8 long and about 2 3/4 wide. And then at the top, I only come in 1/4 of an inch, same at the bottom, 1/4 of an inch, and then I just cut my angle. So we're just going to glue the two sides. I'm not going to glue the edge down there or across the top. I'm just going to do the outside. And then again, leaving a little border. Now, this part here is rounded and it didn't have to be, but it's fine. And then this is just a digital, and I'm going to use that as a tag in here, just a little journaling card. And then on the back, if you want to put anything on the back, you can. You could always add another pocket, but I just left it blank. But another pocket back there I think would be pretty cool. And then I'm just going to decorate the front. And I figured, seeing as how this is so busy, I just had half a piece of a doily. So I just trimmed it up, and I'm going to glue that on there. I inked around it a little bit, and then I already glued this together. So I just did a little piece of a leaf, and this was cut off from a project I did the other day. And this says, sometimes inspiration comes from a single ray of sunshine. And I just put a little cheesecloth behind it. It's coffee dyed. So I'm just going to kind of go around this and dab a little glue just on the corner and the edges. And the doilies are kind of hard to glue down. You need to move up a little bit. And it's easier to do, I guess, with a glue stick, but still the glue pops up through the holes anyway, so. But we'll just do that. And then let me fold this over so I don't get glue where I don't want it. Now we're just going to bring this up to the edge. And glue that down. And I just thought the doily looked kind of cute on there. And then I'm just going to glue this at a little bit of an angle. Let me just snip this little thread off. I don't mind it raggedy when it's frayed out on the edges, but I don't want little threads all over either. So I'm just going to kind of angle that like that and glue it down. I just kind of already glued this stuff underneath where I wanted it to be folded over. Cheesecloth. Knew it would come to me. Okay, so I think that's cute. All right, so let me grab something for my two toppers here, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I had these cut out, so I think I can just use these. I think they'll look okay. Let me just ink them a little bit. these are some that I had made quite a while back. I just made up my own pattern for my tabs. So it's before I got my whale tail. I still like some of these other tabs too. Okay. Let's see. I don't know which one will go better on which. So I'll just put this one on here. Now your insert, you can just stick it in a pocket or paper clip it into your journal or your scrapbook, whatever you want to put it in. I think I'll put the dark on the back. I like the lighter on the front. Like that a little better there. And if you stick it in a pocket or paper clip it in, you don't really have to wrap anything around it to hold it closed. And I didn't even think of doing anything like that. So it lays pretty flat. So we'll just look one more time and then we'll be all done. So we have our front, and then we have this tag and this journal card. Nice long journal card. And then we'll just start in the center. We have this tag and another long journal card. Just goes from our belly band down into our pocket. Then over here we just have another journal card for writing, just sitting in our pocket. So there's a lot of journaling going on in here. And on these backgrounds where these tags are, where you take the tags out, or that you can also journal on them, the background is light enough that you can do that. Then this flap here, we have another journal card, and you could even write in here if you wanted to write something down on that. And then, like I say, on the back, you could add another pocket, a side pocket or bottom pockets, couple pockets, whatever you like, or you can just leave it plain. Paper clip a paper on there to write on. So that is our trifold folio insert. So let me know what you think. And if you like my video, I just ask that you give me a thumbs up, and I hope you come back to see me for my next one. And until then, everyone, happy crafting. Bye for now.